The movie starts off with straight hands, no words, like a silent film in the 1920s, except we can hear the audible depiction of Blue Shirt getting his ass beat. Over the knee type action, pure 5 fingers to cheeks, gonna need a cold compress or it won't wilt. Shirtless dropped an elbow on top of the dude's head, like ass during the Melina finisher. Wow, part of this nigga's thoughts and head on some Red Sea timing. Gave him no time to register the pain, just 5 toes and a foot palm to the chest. Like, why are you shaking? You just got done beating his ass. Was it chilly in there? I'm not gonna lie, we as viewers were just thrusted into the action. Like, here, take it. We don't know why we taking it. How we have a task force just equipped with seemingly every gun they had in their station. I think I even see one with a stapler in their hands. Why? I don't know. But the action wasn't enough. Our hearts were yet to beat with the vigor the director wanted. We cut back to the 2 random men just tossing them bitches. And I thought Blue Shirt was boarding a one-way flight to the afterlife because that elbow had to turn his brain into a Humpty Dumpty cosplay. But after the wall incident, nah, told Shirtless, get your ass on that wall. Then unloaded. He was tossing his hands like he had an unlimited supply. Shirtless attempted to create some distance. He needed some space. Nope, only Blue Shirt could do that. Put him back against the wall once again. Straight toes. Never mind. Who needs a drumstick when you have a nigga's head? The entire time we have the squad of cops walking somewhere, Blue Shirt was just getting his ass beat. The man gave everything he had, emptied his bag, and there was nothing left. Knee to the chest had that man floating backwards. Pure backstrokes against the air. Shirtless wasn't merciless though. Started beating on dude's face like a beauty YouTuber. Had his nose and face rosy, as if his knuckles were an instrument to apply blush. Knuckle palette, straight from Sephora. But he stopped. The entire time there was a voice in that background talking about some finish him. Nigga, you are not Jigsaw. Man watched Saw one time and was like, I'm still in that nigga's entire flow. Jacked it like a car with a flat tire. But since Shirtless didn't want to finish the job at hand, a man with a black mask came down and turned the scene into a chicken farm and broke Blue Shirt's neck. But I think that's Keanu Reeves. It looked exactly like him. The mask exposed too much eye socket, not gonna lie. And the only thing the cops ended up busting was a single plant. A single dingle plant. Just alone basking in the darkness, awaiting death with no way to attain sunlight. If it needs it, I don't know. Not really a florist. Wasting all our goddamn time with all that walking. And I was right, Black Mask was Keanu. See? The eye sockets. And the first thing he did after taking off his mask was... Damn, he put it in and took it out like that blade was a charger that won't work. Told him he wasn't a warrior and took his throat. And with that, he now needs another contestant because he just offed his last one. But he must be doing something right. Driving this Bugatti. He must be doing something. Let me join the operation, but as like a manager of some kind. I can answer phones, send a few texts. So after the fact the police raid was a failure, she now has to explain herself to her boss, and he explains to her that the case she was working to bust the plant was now closed, like Chick-fil-A on a Sunday. To be honest, I might end up skipping every scene with the police officers. I'm just being honest. Now we are finally introduced to our main character, Tiger Chen Lin Hu. I think I could be saying it all the way wrong, and if I am, I apologize. Who put up to his temple, and boy, not gonna lie, no disrespect, he might need to call upon the help of Bob the Builder and drop a line to Handy Manny. He's gonna need a touch up. You can see the age, it just needs a little Botox. But we get to see what Tiger could do off rip when he gets to training with his master. The man was moving all loosey goosey like Luffy when he fought an L. The master had a look of pure focus and determination on his face, like he wanted to give Tiger a nose piercing, while telling him to guide it away from certain decapitation until Tiger broke the spear. But much to the master's dismay, he wanted him to use chi to evade the spear instead of power to break it, stating Tai Chi is balance. But Tiger was like, nah, sometimes power is better than balance. Solve the problem all the same, if not quicker. But after a little lecture from his master, Tiger left to attend a Chinese championship competition. But we have this Mark sitting on the couch just cooling, watching the contest like he was Damien watching that Tupac music video. Calm your freaky ass down. Talking about some Tai Chi. Now that's different. On the verge of moving like that one Key and Peele skit. But Chu Ping and Tiger stepped into the middle of the ring, shared some respect, and got the posing. And as soon as that bell rung, they got them moving, swinging their arms like they were being harassed by flies during a cookout. Tiger caught Chu's arm and the real deal looked at him confused. Like, I hurt you already? Releasing him to engage in another exchange, but in a grand fashion like the Trade Hub and RuneScape. Tiger took a punch to the stomach, but unlike Taco Bell to the guts, that could not move him. He was locked in. Moved Cho's arm, grabbed him, turned him to his side, and told him to sit his ass down for a second, then posed on him. Never allow a nigga to pose on you mid-tussle. The squabble continued after Chill got back up. What was this? This nigga jumped into the air, landed safely, before launching out an attack. could have walked or sprinted and been as effective. I thought he was about to whip out a Superman punch. Nah, it was a Clark Kent swipe. But he didn't know Tiger got more weave in him than a hair store during a restart, because nothing he did landed, sort of like an Amy Schumer joke. And when Tiger went on offense, he had the man stumbling backwards, damn near hitting a jerk in a few moves. And I don't think Cho knows or understand the concept of blocking, or better yet, dodging. Just go on TikTok and after a few swipes, you will fully grasp the idea of blocking. Simple yet efficient. Had him on his back, then on his stomach, arms in the air. You hate to see it, unless you were this nigga on the couch, then you love it a little too much. Mark was focused like he accidentally found a Playboy channel, and his mom wasn't home. Arms spread eagle to watch a squabble is pure dedication. The man forgot how to blink. And what does this mean? Innocent. You have a contender. It's something about people, big rooms, and a lot of money. They start showing some real Diddy tendencies. And just like that, Mark found himself a new contender to replace the one he murked, Tiger. And the way he started acting, I'm starting to think he wanted him a taste, because he started stalking this man on some Joe Goldberg timing, but with the budget of Tony Stark. Sent this man Tiger a package with a statue, I think, and this letter inviting him sometime tomorrow to explore the idea of being under his employment. Man had to take an entire jet to the interview. I'm telling you, rich niggas always trying to whip out jets. It's their luring tactics. Fishermen use worms, rich niggas got jets. And you know what the interview was? A squabble. You could have told me. I would have dressed for the occasion, PJs, because I wasn't gonna show up. What you talking about? Because this is an interview. That means I'm fighting for a chance to get paid. No nigga, I don't have the job yet. No free hands are being given. You have to pay for a happy ending. But Tiger's opponent just appeared from out of nowhere behind him like a prison ninja that only listens for the soap reverberating on the shower floor to appear to launch out his attack, instantly trying to embrace him from behind. But he only wants to grab his tie, using it like a leash, turning Tiger into a yo-yo, hitting him with it around the world. Tiger spun to his feet, but while his tie was being held, thing was like a leash for real, aiding in his dog walking. Army shorts, let go of the tie. Let's squabble. But nope. Kicked him in the mouth, went full grasshopper, and grabbed the tie again. Like damn, let it go. Elsa, tell him. He's not listening. Army shorts dropped thigh meat on Tiger's neck, took him to the ground and wrapped his legs around his neck like a Cuban link. The way this was going, Tiger was going to be iced out, but with a toe tag if he didn't escape. Tiger was able to push his leg off until nigga started dancing his little piggies on the side of Tiger's face. I would have been like, nigga, you think I'm Dan Snyder? You know what? I would have sunk all 32 of my teeth into his foot and taken at least 3 of them toes with me like he had frostbite and said, but Tiger got free and took his tie off. Army shorts tried to muscle his way into victory, but that don't work. Back into the wall, but he was a scrappy little thing. Took Tiger down. All his hits were blocked, but he wasn't done trying. He was out there like Justin Bieber when he was trying to get his fans to stream Yummy.
Go stream it right now. If you're on here, go stream Yummy, like, please.
He used Tiger's own attack against him, hitting him with a corkscrew splash, straight into trying to lock him into an armbar. I can say with certainty that the name of Army Shorts' fighting style is called Let Me At Him. Nigga was not letting up like he had separation anxiety. Tiger finally got a chance to fight back and had to whip out a balls on the chin Hurricane Arana. Thigh meat squeezing Army Shorts' head like cream between the Oreos. Finally creating some distance like Pangea. Tiger could not truly activate until he hit this pose right here. Now it was up like a Pixar movie about a sad nigga. Army Shorts rushed in for a takedown. Nope, let me use your back real quick. Return their favorite from earlier, held his back like he was waiting for him to pay. Let's not act like we didn't see this. He needed a spanking for sneaking him earlier, but Army Shorts was not stopping, had Tiger back on the floor, took his head in. Goddamn, man snapped two of them just fast as hell. Damn near got free, but what the f is this man? A jockey? Man was clinging on like a champion bull rider. Tiger finally got free. He was being smothered the entire fight, utilizing a spinner Rooney, taking Army Shorts' ankle, having him kiss the ground. Tiger had to recharge the pose, and it worked. He was finally in a rhythm of beating ass, redirected this man like a cop on traffic duty, and started treating him like his dance partner that didn't know the routine, had him lost. But he wasn't Josh Holloway. Army Shorts winning for another takedown, but it's hard for a man that's up. I don't even know what that means. Nigga put his feet on the wall, spun him like a blade, not once, but twice. Dos in Spanish, or knee in Japanese. I got Duolingo. I don't. Nothing. I just took a little martial art class, made it to white belt. Anyway, front flipping, dropping nuts on his chest like foreplay with a squirrel.
What?
Then, what you kids would call BTA. One would think, man, that was a good fight. But it wasn't over. Have you ever seen someone cross into a spin to kick someone in the back? Nope. Me neither. And like an elf at the North Pole, wrapped him up, and then it was wraps. After all that, He had the Q&A process with Mark like nothing happened. No question as to why he was snuck. Okay, he doesn't care. I don't care. So after receiving a business card and time to think over the proposition, he went home and his temple was hit with a safety violation, giving him 30 days to leave or fix it. I did say they need Bob the Builder or something. Find them niggas with them 5-hour building videos on YouTube. They seem to be good with their hands in dirt. But Tiger went and received help from a girl he delivered a letter to earlier in the movie, and her plan was to make it a historically protected landmark, but he still needed to fix the temple, leading to him taking a job that Mark offered him, and he got his second fight off rip. And Mr. Karate Gi started off soaring with confidence. He must have thought he saw Yao Ming. Who was he trying to kick? And the way he was moving, he had no problem quitting something. I can tell he could kick a habit.
Nah, that ain't it, y'all.
But he done messed up, letting Tiger get the posing, had him on the ground in no time flat, and he was confident in his feet, planned to kick back with Tiger, and ended up taking a nap. You can see the Z's and everything, earning himself how much whatever this was, starting the construction process. But damn, the cut to him being harassed by a big black dude was wild. Like all you saw was his muscles being led by a cranium that resembled a movie theater snack, milk dud. Like he couldn't fight, but he had muscles to contend, pushing Tiger against the wall, then doing this. He knew damn well that jump was something beyond his moveset, and he was just glitching. But they were compounding fights, switching over to the contest, while at the same time, Tiger was beating on this man's stomach, feeding him elbows, headbutts, which is crazy. Niggas who just have headbutts tucked away for combat are dangerous people. Like he jumped into the air, putting some spice into that last headbutt. Nigga wanted to know what flavor a CTE tastes like, but never mind, they really didn't even show the tournament fight. At this point, he fought a lot of people. Asian Kane, man looked just right for the WWE. This man in the tournament, dude was grinding, letting nothing affect him, except he was getting more animalistic. One would say it's because his balance and his martial arts were off, but me personally, I think it was the last flying headbutt he did. But look at him, he's caking it up, grinding. Bought his parents something new, got himself a car, things were looking good, until Tiger rushed in and hit Brownshaw with a perfectly beautiful axe kick. And I thought it was like hitting a light switch. He was done, seeing nothing but darkness. Nope. This nigga lifted his head back up and stared into Tiger's eyes. No. I'm good. Caught a spin kick with his chest. Pause. Was he a part of the fucking Century Project? There is no way. He headbutted Tiger's punch. I'ma need double for this fight. They were mixing, but for Tiger it was like trying to stir peanut butter with a plastic spoon. It wasn't happening easily. Damn near had his shoulder torn from his socket, turned into Tasmanian Devil with a single punch, only making Brownshaw fall because he ran into it himself. Now Tiger hit his pose, but I'm not buying it like a nigga on a budget. Wait a minute, let me sit up real quick. With one arm, twisted Brownshaw's body, had him in the air, then on the ground, weaved the kick into a one-arm suplex that he finally felt. But now Tiger was on. Popped his arm back in and put them both to use, beating on the man bongo drum style. If it required violence and intensity, checking his throat for an Adam apple, said give me that arm and returned the favor, dislocating his shoulder. Put more hands on him than the Tree of Hope during the Showtime at Apollo, then earned himself 7 years of bad luck, put a brown shirt through the glass window. But at this point of the movie, we can see he's all out of balance. I would have to have a talk with my master personally. I see other people fighting in other styles with more vicious ferocity than my style, but I'm going crazy. Why the hell is the one I'm using making me crazy? The more I fight, the more I want to beat ass. I faced this one dude, he was eating my attacks like a mukbang YouTuber with the inability to get full. Besides potential brain damage, he seemed normal and in control, but the master told him to meditate and regain control because the only thing he has now is power. But he said, nah, I'm not feeling it. During his official contest, he bested the hell out this dude, had him flying more than Peter Pan on Broadway, had him looking like a complete upstart, like he just started fighting, jumped into the air, twirling more than a girl's finger through her hair while she trying to flirt, and damn, that was an ass whooping. And for the time being, he staved off the immediate threat of losing his temple, but he still needed to get that protective order. And Mr. Joe Goldberg himself, along with his team, was just stalking this man. Like, damn, let him eat. Leading us to another one of his fights on a boat brimming with a club and shipping containers. I think, I could be wrong, is the club inside the shipping containers? Most likely. But now he had a fight in front of an audience, and they gave him a costume to boot. What is this, wrestling? Then they had him fighting 2 people at once. Like, damn, no warning. The fight started off, and they were already utilizing the true benefit of jumping someone, using the other's error as an opportunity, kicking Tiger out the air after he dodged the first one. Every time Tiger dodged, he got punished for it. He was out there moving in tandem, like they were really putting on a Ringling Bro level performance. Zhao kicked Tiger into the air, and then it was Z turn to shine. Stepped back, measured, and then bam, out the air. In the 2v1, wasn't enough, trust me. They had to get the flashbanging me, no warning. The handicap match wasn't enough. They needed theatricality and deception as well. Sorry, I have to skip it. It was damn near fucking me up. Finally, some normal lighting. except it was green. They must thought this nigga was Kal-El or something. He thought of mixing with both of them. Again, basically becoming a throuple of throwing hands. Still sort of getting bested in their exchange, like he couldn't get the grasp of the rate difference. He taught one of their arms each, sort of like making a 3-way Auntie Anne pretzel, but it still wasn't enough. They had one arm left and they put it to good use. Like damn, he turned his full attention to Zhao, about to feed him something to kickstart his descent into dreamland. Nope, Z comes from behind and put the idea to rest, but not gently. Zhao was like, oh, not paying attention? Have an elbow, no sauce. Tiger blocked it, kicked up, attention back on Zhao. Here comes Z, getting jealous, smacking down Tiger's leg, letting him know he can't kick it without him being there. Like, I'm not gonna lie, D2Z niggas has to be some of the best jumpers I think I've seen in a movie. If I had a tier list, I'll put them up there for sure. Definitely almost S-class. It was like they were allergic to running fair ones. Like, hair pulling is crazy. They were just doing shit. Zhao was holding him nice and snug in that famous baby boy sleeper, while Z was just waiting on the top ropes like they were damn near the Dudley Boys. But instead of head to nuts, it was a double fist. Had him sliding off the stage, then just laying there glitching until Mark went down there and just rage baited him into beating on them. Now he was jumping them by himself. Nothing they did mattered. It was getting so bad, Zhao didn't even try to attack, but attempted to pull him off Z. That only led to them getting their ass beat even worse. Z knew it was over and tried to run away. But Tiger was on the hunt and told him, bring that ass back down here, turning his cheeks into mush. Then Knee had him needing help to get back up, but the help Tiger offered was fueled and backed by hatred. Mark done released a demon. Like damn, he speed ran a 2v1. That was crazy. And the demon was truly released because at the tournament, this man thought it was just a little competition, but had his chest damn near caved in the first 10 seconds. Then Tiger started folding him in every direction like a restaurant worker, trying to turn a napkin into a crane. Demon himself disqualified for being too tough, well, more so too rough. But then he pulled up on his master, who was actually too tough. There were levels to Tai Chi, and Tiger had yet to earn his stripes. This man was cooling while fighting Tiger, avoiding everything like he had no problems, making him shake ass as he dragged him by his leg. Even when he thought he had him, nope, too smooth redirection. A little hee on him, a MJ twirl special, into a hold this. And I don't know why Tiger was standing tough. You did good, but the master did better. Just peep when he left, had a proposal to the ground. We move on, and the cop from earlier talks with Tiger. Long story short, she told him to call her when he's ready to give her the mark. But it was the next day that was crazy. Not only did he now have an imprint of his master palm on his chest, but because he harassed the fighter at the contest, the protection order for the temple failed. Now he was just crashing, demanding Mark get his next fight, who was a mercenary. And the man had knife cursive all over his body, and I see why. He lost mad quick, became Ray Charles, had his face beaten, only spared by the brief teachings of Tiger's master that remained, cause he got his ass beat mad quick. Like damn, this was the big build up. Oh my god, he's so skilled. No, take away that S, nigga almost got killed. But the Black Mask had to once again grace the movie with his appearance and finished it. But afterwards, Tiger said, you know what, Mark, I'm done. But you know what this man Mark said? You can't quit. I'll see you in 3 days. The hell you will? You talking about? Unless it's on one of your freaky ass cameras, you will not be seeing me unless you're sharing knuckles with me. But that was enough to make him go fed. This man got out of there and said, nah, I'm calling the cops. I'm done with this man. But he literally didn't know. They were playing big brother with his life. They knew everything about him, what color drawers he was wearing, and the fact he decided to go full snitch, leading him right to a trap, getting the female officer car flipped like a Giovanni yogurt. But this man had a job to kill her and pulled up with only his choking gloves. Fire this nigga. I mean, if he did get fired on, you have to fire him. Hey yo, somebody get some voodoo magic, bring him back, then fire this nigga. But back to Tiger, they dropped a damn promo on this man's life, and Tiger couldn't wait to get his hands on Mark, and he made a mistake trying to bring a fist to a gunfight, getting hit with a 9mm taser, allowing Mark to embellish in his villain role a little longer. And we have a special guest for this supposed final squabble, the main character of the Raid movie series, Rama. Hey, we know what's in store for us. Hands about to be flying. I'ma call Rama G, cause I don't know how to pronounce his name. So G inched his way closer, twinkle toe style. Shout out Aang. But Tiger was trying to declare his reluctance to participate in any further tossing of hands. But G came out attacking. Fuck anything he was talking about. None of that talking was gonna stop him. He was an accomplished fighter and he had feats he wanted Tiger to see. Finally forcing Tiger to engage, but not before announcing he wishes to share some hands with Mark. G and Tiger were exchanging, but more so G, because Tiger was damn near leaving him left on scene, making G chase him around the ring, but he was not gonna let him tie him down. Like at one point, he dead ass turned around and started running. I did not know Tiger not only knew Tai Chi, but also how to run 100 meters. He really wasn't gonna fight. Nigga He got dressed up for no reason until Black Mask got onto the stage. Did Tiger start fighting, punching the secret of his identity, but was laid down mad swiftly for that action. But the cops came in and ruined the fun, but it wasn't over. Look at the dedication he had. Man was swimming to catch Tiger lacking, and caught lacking he did. He pulled up to Tiger's master temple in an entirely different fit just for a fight. Starting off sending Tiger to the ground, fist to the chest, and sent him back down to the ground again with a side kick to the chest. Why wasn't he fighting? This man was too tough. He showed us he had ultra instinct and barely needed to move to avoid Tiger's attacks. Grabbing his fist, turned it like a knob and opened a can to whoop ass. He had stored this entire movie just button mashing X, hitting the same move over and over again. Nigga said if it ain't broke, don't fix it until you do. Had man flipping and rolling tumbleweed style. Tiger, come on, that's not a great performance you are putting on. You all but demanded this man's hand in the squabble. Tiger got up and tossed out a kick. Denied. Mark told him, hold this, spun in his face, and asked him how the spin kick tasted. But Tiger taste buds are being overwhelmed from the constant consumption of sand. He was on the ground so much of this fight, might as well start building castles. Tiger got up spicy. He might have something cooking. Never mind, turn off the stove. A nigga should not be able to walk on your chest like a welcome mat and land back on their own 2 feet. Mark really had Tiger looking like this.
This is beyond me.
He couldn't even do anything. Just allowed for Mark to walk down on him. Gave him a nose job. To be harassed in a greater and more grandiose fashion. Double fist into the air. Had his legs grabbed like a string to a kite. Bring your ass back down here. Not finished yet. A brief exchange into... Tiger should have just brought a sleeping bag in a tent. Just get to camping. Tiger got up and charged at Mark, but it never crossed his mind. Why is he not moving? Calm as hell. He speed bag blocked every kick Tiger could think of. Caught him by the collar of his jacket for some face-to-face dialogue. Wait a minute. Turn the fire on. Never mind. Turn it back off. This nigga done turned into Elmo under the assault of Tiger's fist. What are you gonna do? Choke the smile out of him? But he ended up back on the ground. Got up once again. I've been saying this a lot in this fight. He wore a high guard like that was gonna help him. But that did not stop Mark's hot pot attack pattern. He was just tossing anything into that sequence. Did he just put him in a perfect nuggie form? Why was Mark pep talking Tiger during the fight? They were opponents. You wanted a good squabble that bad? Hey, I'm not gonna lie, Tiger. This man Mark is better than you. Hands up, I have to say it. This man attained a level that hasn't been coded into your game. The only way you can reach it is if you cheat. Mark grabbed Tiger by his ankles and held him in the air. Nigga turned into a cartoon middle school bully on him. No one should ever have you experiencing what it feels like to be a bat while it naps. Once no change fell from his pocket, Mark kicked his ass, literally. Damn near turned him into a B-boy or Professor X, depending on how he landed on his neck. Tiger, stop with that look. You hit that 4 times in this fight already. I'm not believing you no more. Tiger hit his pose once again, and they got exchanging. Start market was looking great. Never mind. What it takes for you to be degraded for you to lock in? Because once Mark took that knife out and poked his stomach, the nigga started using Dragon Ball Evolution's Kamehameha. I'm not gonna lie, getting your ass beaten the entire time and then using the Kamehameha to win? No, nigga, you lost. Do not bow. That man Mark was a demon. And then after the squabble, Tiger's master is gonna show up. You couldn't help me? I seen you earlier. You was here this entire fight. You seen him beating on me. You didn't see him use me like a welcome mat? Hold on, wait a second. The move Tiger used on Mark killed him. Did the master use a move on Tiger that could have killed him? Damn, that's crazy. Thanks for watching.